Suno, bring the vibes, we're jamming loud. Songs for students, smart and proud. Personal lyrics so they engage. A summer with AI's turning the page. Grooving into lessons, man, it's all the rage. Each tune crafted for every stage. Endless possibilities for the digital age. Gonna make this classroom a Suno stage. Learning and growing, summer with AI. Adventures in melody, teaching on high. There's some songs for every child. In its rhythm we thrive because the rhythm is wild.
Welcome, everybody, to another fantastic episode of A Summer with AI. Yes, we are on episode 6. That means we are over about a month and a half into our journey with AI. And thank you so much for taking this journey with me. Again, this is a project of love and passion that I have to ensure that you, my fellow educators, have the professional development and knowledge of AI literacy and generative AI tools leading yourselves into the 24-25 school year. And yes, here in the Central Valley, many of our schools, this is the last week of school for them. So congratulations. Other institutions ended maybe a week ago. Some are still maybe have another week. Whatever it is, it's hot. It is hot here in the Central Valley. It is looking at about 106 degrees. To all of my fellow educators in Canada, I don't know what that is in Celsius, but it is 106 over here. So it's very, very hot. Again, thank you for joining me. All of our resources that we're going to be sharing today are easily linked down there at bit.ly/Joe_AI. And if you want to take a look at that, that is our Padlet that we have for you that has all of our resources, all the links. You'll find the Suno link in there. You'll find all the articles that I reference over there. It is all going to be right there on this. It is a evolving resource. I keep adding things that will be needed as the time goes on. So please definitely take a look at that resource that we have for you. Also, if you are watching this on Twitter, please follow me, Joe Marquez 70 on the Twitters, or X, or Twix, whatever you want to call it. Also, if you are on Instagram or you are on Facebook, just find me, Joe Marquez, as well. But if you are on YouTube, right? If you are on YouTube, on our Sons of Technology YouTube channel, please subscribe. What do they say on all the trendy places? Smash that subscribe link below. Please definitely do that for us, because you'll be notified whenever we have a brand new episode and new videos available to you. All right. So before we get to Suno, I mean, did you hear that song? I mean, it got you ready. It got you pumping. Imagine if you did that for all of your students, right? What if you made one for their birthday? What if you made a song for a lesson you're about to teach? I mean, what if you're trying to teach the difference between mitosis and meiosis, and you want to do it with a really get off song? Like Suno can do that for you. So we're going to get to that. But I always want to share with you the latest and greatest news with these tools. And we have a couple great things for you. Number one, the first, the biggest, the most utilized generative AI tool, ChatGPT, did some big updates last week. And so all of your ChatGPT, now in a single chat, you did have a little bit of memory. It remembered what your chat was. It remembered what you've asked above. It remembered what you've written above. So you can continue that conversation along a singular chat. But now ChatGPT has memory across all chats. So you can refer to what you were doing in a prior chat in a current chat. That's amazing. That means it gets to know you along the way. And that's pretty interesting, it's gonna help us quite a bit. As we've said before, ChatGPT is updated to version 4.0, which allows us to look in ways. And you can see that down here at the bottom. That means you can attach documents to ChatGPT. Before, I would always send people to Claude, because in the free version of Claude, you can attach documents. But here, you can also attach those documents as well in a limited amount for the free version. But you can definitely do that right down there. So that's pretty cool. And then also, you now, as a free user, you have access to the GPT store. That means you can go and select like your very own personal math solver, your very own expert in education, right? This is the way that large language models are going to be utilized going forward, where you have a precise use case or institutional knowledge. We call these RAGs. Right? Retrieval augmented generators. They're going to know all the internal knowledge, key information just for you, but you're going to be able to use that and retrieve that information and utilize that information to gain insights. So that's where everything is going. It's going into highly specialized chatbots, highly specialized large language models, which is very interesting. For example, if you are a lawyer, your large language model, your use case would all be about case law and about all the various cases that you have available to you. Instead of looking through those books, you can utilize these tools to find that. And they say that it vastly reduces the possibility of incorrect or false information. That's still around, but these tools are getting smarter and smarter. For example, here's a fantastic article by the Hetching Report. And I want to give a shout out to Kathy McQuarrie. She is the executive director of California ASCD. She always shoots me fantastic articles on generative AI. So Kathy, thank you so much. But I wanted to bring this up to you because one of the things that we've been talking about is, when do we use generative AI in the classroom and when do we not? When do we trust it and when do we not? And this article, which is in our resources, I just gave you the link for, is talking about AI feedback for student writing, right? We've been warned not to use these tools for feedback on student writing because they're inaccurate. They may give a bad feedback. They may give inaccurate feedback. The teacher needs to be on top of it. And I still agree with that, right? But in this investigation, in this study on 200 student essays, you can see the light bar is human graded feedback, and the dark bar is AI generated. They are close, right? So for criteria based feedback, the AI actually beat the human in giving feedback, in giving clear directions. The human was at 3.65 out of 5, and the AI was 3.27. So about a 0.40% difference. Accurate is 0.55 for the human and 4.0 for the AI. They're very close. And what I mean by this is, if the human took 5 hours to go through all of these and give the feedback, and the AI took a half hour, does that give you more incentive to be like, even though the AI is a little bit lower, it's still going to save me lots of time? That's a conversation to be had. Are we looking at the feedback cycle? Are we looking at, by this information going to my students, it's still good information and my students can use it, and they've received it at a much faster rate than if I did it individually? Does that help our students? So maybe thinking about utilizing the AI for the first draft feedback, maybe not final draft feedback, but first draft feedback. That's a conversation that you need to have with yourself, with your staff, to decide, is this something that we want to do? I think first draft feedback would be phenomenal use case for this. But the amazing thing is, as we always say, you get to decide where and when that generative AI is going to be used in your educational practices, right? You are going to get to decide that. Okay. And one last thing I want you to know before we get on to Suno, we are still at the very front of AI. We're still at the very beginning, getting so good. And it's only going to get better. And yes, we hear conversations about what's happening at OpenAI, about needing more safeguards in place, needing more guardrails in place. Yes, but as educators, we need to know that the AI revolution isn't coming, it is here. And we need to get on board. That is why Summer of AI is a passion project for me, so that you have the opportunity to have a little bit of professional development on your own pace, on your own time, with the strategies to get started, with the understanding of what this is, and then the tools that can be used in the classroom utilizing generative AI. So this article, again, is in our resources, again, that you can find right at bit.ly/Joe_AI. All of the resources will be found right there. And if you have a question or a tool or something you would like us to showcase during the summer months, please just go to bit.ly/summerwithai and fill out our form, and we will get it to you. We will, reply back, and we will let you know when new episodes are coming and everything like that. Excellent. All right. So let's go and get started. This is one of my favorite things. I mean, all of my promos, all of my music comes from Suno. And this is Suno. And I just sign in with my Google account, right? This is how do you want to sign in? I select my Google account, it links it, and boom, I am in. And all you have to do is go to suno.ai and you're in. And you get 50 credits per day. And I always show you the free version. I never do a bait and switch. Like, look what all you can do if you pay. No, that is not who I am. That is not what I do. That is not what this show is about. It is the free version. And if there's some cool things you get for the pay version, awesome. Go for it. But I'm going to show you the free version all the way. You get 50 credits a day. That's 5 per day. Maybe it's 10. I have to double check. But you do get 50 credits a day to play with. So let me show you what we are doing here. So this is your Suno dashboard once you're in. And with this Suno dashboard, you have your home screen. And I love this home screen because you can see what other people are creating. This is almost like, remember the early days of MP3s? Anybody in the Napster era, right? MP3.com. In the early days, you can actually go and listen to indie bands trying to release their music in this new digital platform, so you can get a taste of who they are. And so this is almost like that, where you get to hear all these different songs from around the world being created from Suno. For example, this is Eye of the Storm, made from somebody in Switzerland. Let's take a look and see what it is.
In the still of the night, I feel the thunder roar. In the depths.
That's pretty good. I'm sure it gets down to it once you get it. But if you click on it, you can actually see right here. You can see the lyrics that are available here for us all the way down. You get to see who made it right here, and you get to see the style of music they selected: electric violin, modern violin, electric dance, dubstep, adult female voice, ambient noise. These are these key words that they are using. That is something that I am not good at, is identifying. I like Metallica, right? But they're not necessarily metal music. They're not necessarily thrash music. What era of Metallica are you talking about, right? The Load era was more grunge metal. I mean, I'm not good at that kind of stuff, right? So one of the cool things that I love is the Explore tab right up here. So the Explore tab gives you all of these different genres of music that maybe you've never seen before or heard before. So for example, here is a genre called Southern Rock Ska. I mean, look at that mashup. So if I select it, Southern rock ska.
Southern Belgium got me wearing this ring. Oh, cool. Love.
I would have never thought to have mashed those two genres together. What about prog acoustic Texas blues? What is that?
Lost in the shadows of a Texas night. My soul's a battle of the losing fight.
Okay. Egyptian swing.
تدسر الأهرامات القديم تحت الشمس الذهبية.
And it's great because it showcases all of these genres from across the world. Here's another one. New Orleans grunge. Let's see. Okay, so I mean, what is that? That's like CCR mixed with Alice in Chains. I don't know. So I just love that you can come in here and you can get inspiration from all of these different mashups of music. Again, Hindi acoustic rock. So and all of this is created through prompts, right? So let's get into it. Let's take a look at how do we use this tool to create prompts that's content related, student related, all these things. How do we do that? So I'm going to go underneath here, the create button. Okay, here's the create button. I'm going to click it. Here we go. And when I click on this, it takes me to my create screen. And in my create screen, I have an area where I can put song description. I have all of my past songs that I have generated. And I have here's another option. What if you're a great singer? What if you, the teacher, are a great singer, but you just need the melody to back you up? You can select, I just need an instrumental. I don't want any lyrics, and it will just give you an instrumental for those things. So let's do a song description. Let's see, a summer ska song for 8th grade students learning about the differences between mitosis and meiosis. Okay, here we go. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. Let's see what it does. So all I do is hit create. You get up to 200 characters to be able to describe your song. And then you can see down here, it automatically starts to create your song. It takes about a minute or less. And we are working off of a brand new version that was released today, 3.5, which allows up to 4 minutes for your song. That's pretty cool. Version 2, when I first started playing around with this, allowed you up to 1 minute. Version 3, which was up till yesterday, right, allowed you up to 2 minutes. Version 3.5 allows you up to 4 minutes. So let's take a look. I'm going to click it. This is called the Cell Dance, and it's Lively Ska is what it's labeled now. So let's take a look. Here we go. Just a little bit of buffer time. The first.
Mitosis is our friend. It always stays the same. One cell into
Okay, so you can see, I mean, this is giving you an intro song to mitosis and meiosis, right? I think that's pretty cool. Like you can just make it right away. And it gives you two versions of this song every time that you ask it to make you a song. It's the same lyrics, but it tries to do it in two different styles of that same genre. So here's the other one that we've tried in the cell dance with the exact same music.
Mitosis is our friend. It always stays the same. One cell into two. They play a matching game.
So I have to say, I like that version a little bit better than the first one, right? But here's the problem doing it this way. It writes all the verses for you. It writes the chorus. It does everything for you, but you can't edit it. You can't do it unless, drum roll please, you hit custom mode. Up here in the upper corner, there is a custom mode that you can select. And once you've selected the custom mode, you have up to 3,000 characters you can use. And so if what I wanted was a summer song for ska in 8th grade, watch, I'm going to take the same prompt. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to turn on custom mode. Right. And it says enter your own lyrics or describe a song and have it generate lyrics. So here we go. I'm going to paste that link. Oh, but did it twice. It was so nice it did it twice. All right, here we go. And then I'm going to click generate lyrics. And so it's going to take my song description and it's going to generate those lyrics for me. Here we go. And because it's doing the whole song here, it takes a little bit of time, but here they are. So you have your verse 1, verse 2, here's your chorus. Here's another verse, mitosis repair, every little cup beware, same DNA down the line, keeps everything in time. Like it does it all for you. And then down here for genre of music, it lets you have up to 20 characters to kind of describe what you want. So let me hit grunge. Right here for genre of music, grunge. Okay, what else? It says, oh, I want it to have to be grunge mixed with pop. And I want it to be upbeat. And I want it to rock. There we go. So here we go. I want a grunge song that has a pop feel that's upbeat and it's pushing on the side of rock. So now I hit create right there. Okay, going down. Taking a look. It's doing its thing right down here. There we go. We start seeing it coming up. Still doing its thing. It's making magic, people. It's making you an entire song. And lyrics and background vocals and main vocals and all the instruments. It's going to take a little bit of time. Okay. So now I'm going to hit play. This is a grunge pop upbeat rock song. Let's take a listen. Let's see what this can do for us now with our cell division summer.
Sunny days in the lab, cells split under the slab. Mitosis makes them divide, one cell turns into 5. Meiosis works in a twist, 4 new cells for the list.
Okay, so I mean, you might be, as a science teacher, might be going, I want it to be a little bit more technical, right? Okay, cool. let's do this. I'm going to come over here to ChatGPT, and I am going to select ChatGPT right up here. There we go. And I am going to say, I am making a song for a music generator. I would like you to create a fun but technical song about mitosis and meiosis. Okay, and so here we go. I always miss that E. All right, so here we go. Now I'm going to give it some context. I would like at least 5 verses and a fun, memorable chorus throughout. Please label each verse and chorus before the lyrics. The entire song must be less than 3,000 characters. Okay, so now you're going to have a little bit more control. You're going to have a little bit more control over the lyrics of this song by working through Chat GPT. So here we go. Here's a fun and technical song about mitosis and meiosis. So here we go. And so it has, and so it's doing everything, and it's going to keep it within that 3,000 character limit that Suno has for us. Suno likes the verses to be labeled, and the chorus also to be. That is why we put in there in the context to ensure that they are labeling each verse and the chorus as they go. So here we are, and it's doing its thing, right? Doing its thing, doing some cool stuff. Here we go. This is happening in real time, people. I'm showing you. It's happening in real time. So this is something that you can do for your students. Now, as this is writing it, you could also do this to celebrate your students, maybe an accomplishment they had, maybe a birthday for them. So like at the beginning of the year, if you do a Google form and you ask them, what's your favorite type of music, like genre, what's your favorite type of, who's your favorite group or singer, what you can ask, what's your favorite activities you like to do, all these things to gain insights. You can come into ChatGPT and say, I would love to create a song for one of my students, and then don't give them the name here in ChatGPT, right? No, none of that, no identifiable student information. But once you go into Suno, you can then just put in their first name, right? But you can take all of that and say it's their birthday, they're turning this age, these are things that they like. Please create a song in the style of, and that's the reason that we have to understand the genre of music, because Suno does not allow you to say, in the style of Metallica. It'll say, sorry, we can't make that. They don't want to emulate any particular band, but they are allowed to emulate a particular style of music. Okay, so it's done here, right? It's all done. So I'm just going to copy all of these. Here we go. I'm going to come into Suno. Sorry, I get a little bit of lag on my machine. It happens. Delete all of these initial verses. I'm going to put them in. Now, I'm going to try and do it without the brackets that they put around verse 1, verse 2. I'm going to see if it'll, like, because the brackets would be these. And I normally always put in the brackets. But I want to do a test to see if it will understand that this is just a verse. Don't sing that part. It's a test for me. I'm going to see. All right. And I want to change this up a little bit. I don't want it to be grunge. So I'm going to delete that. I don't want it to be grunge. I want it to be pop. I want it to be upbeat. I want it to be rock. And I want it to have female vocals. And I'm going to call Cell Division Summer Heat. I don't know. Just change that up a little bit. Now let me hit create. All right. So you see that? Look, let's see if it actually takes this and understands the verse in brackets or not, or if it sings that song. It'll be hilarious either way. It'll be hilarious if it sings that part of the song. But let's see. All right. So here we go. It's getting it done. Cell Division Summer Heat, pop, upbeat, rock with female vocals. So let me hit play and let's see how this does. Let's see how this does. Let's take a look. Or let's take a listen.
In the nucleus of a cell, it's time to divide. Mitosis or meiosis, the choice can't be denied. Mitosis makes two cells identical and meet. Meiosis makes four with a genetic mix so sweet. Mitosis and meiosis. The dance of life begins. Cells are multiplying with their chromosomes as twins. From simple singles to complex life.
I gotta say, I like that. That is actually very, very good. Cell Division, Summer Heat. And here's the cool thing, everybody. You can share this. So I'm gonna actually share this in our resources, bit.ly/Joe_AI. I'm going to share that. You can make this, it should always be public. I believe in the free version. Maybe not. But here's the cool thing up here. Instead of just sharing it, you can actually grab this right here. And it will allow you to download the audio, right? Audio. Or it'll also allow you to download the graphic with the lyrics on it, so that students can watch along as the verses go through. I love custom mode because it allows more, customization. It allows you to then edit the lyrics, change them up a little bit, and all of those things. It's super cool. It is super easy. I love the fact that it gives you two different ones. Here's another one. Let's take a listen. That first one was hard to beat. Let's see if this second one brings the heat. Let's take a listen.
In the nucleus of a cell, it's time to divide.
For me, that's a little bit too slow. I like the first one. Maybe the slow version because the students can then listen to the lyrics a little bit more. But again, this is supposed to create that lean in moment, right? Oh, what is this? I like this music. I like this song. What do you mean it's teaching me something, right? Think back to Schoolhouse Rock. Tell me now, do you know how a bill becomes a law? Because you read about it or because you Schoolhouse Rocked it, right? This is amazing. I love this tool. I think there's so much that can be done utilizing Suno. It's amazing. It's fun. And it's just something that one of the reasons I wanted to show this for you is because I believe that generative AI tools should be utilized for things that you alone could never do. And even though I think I rock karaoke, I am not a musician. I wish I knew how to play the guitar. That's one of the reasons I'm getting guitar lessons for my daughter, because she is so creative. I think that she could be amazing, you know, if she puts her mind to it. I can't. I mean, I could probably start learning now. We're always lifelong learners. I understand that. But if I can use a tool like Suno to bring content alive for my students, to meet them where they are with the genre and the music styles that they like, it's amazing. What if, let's stop it and reverse it. Stop it and reverse it. You, teacher, you're the one who made these lyrics, or AI did. What if you had students write the lyrics? Right? What if you had students write the lyrics and they put it in form, or they shared it with you LMS, and you can copy and paste that, and their song comes to life. Amazing, right? Taking the content into lyrics for a song, and then having that song come to life for them. Amazing. Could you imagine that at the end of the year, you can actually have a class playlist that your class wrote, right? Amazing. Amazing. I love this. I think it's amazing. Generative AI tools that accomplish a task that you could never do on your own, I think, are the ones that need to be highlighted, that can bring the content to the students, meet them where they are at, and then flip it and have them create the lyrics, and then you have them create it. They send it to you to create this, right? I'm not saying have your students use this tool because of age limits, right? But you can definitely use this with your students. And with the custom mode, you have complete control over those lyrics. It's amazing. And I just absolutely wanted to share that with you. As the summer goes on, play around with this. You're going to see what it can do. And it's pretty cool what it can do. Don't miss next week. Next week, we are delving into quizzes. Quizzes is near and dear to my heart. I love the company. I know the creators. I've met them multiple times. We've done many things together. And their AI features are top notch. So we're going to go through those next week, because if you use quizzes and love it, you're going to love Quizzes AI. If you've never used quizzes, you're going to love Quizzes AI. It's pretty cool. So again, if you're on the socials, please comment on the show. You can find me on Twix, that's Twitter, and X, on Instagram at JoeMarquez70. Hit me up, ask me questions. I'm fully available. Please mark all of your public facing with #SummerWithAI. That is fantastic. Don't forget that you can ask any questions that you want and put on the show underneath bit.ly/summer-with-AI, and all of the resources, all the links, and all the tools are going to be found underneath the bit.ly Summer with AI option. And if you are watching this or not watching this on our YouTube channel, please jump over to our YouTube channel and smash. That's what the kids say. Smash that subscribe button right down there, so that you'll be notified every time we come up with a new episode. Again, this is a project of love for you. We've seen the statistics that less than 80%, or more than 80% of educators out there are lacking in AI PD. And if I can play a small part in having you feel comfortable, capable, and confident in utilizing generative AI tools to model AI literacy, to model the capabilities of large models, if I can play a small part, that is all I need. So please, if you like this show, please share it out with your fellow staff, with your fellow friends, with your educators. And I appreciate each and every one of you. So as always, we're going to close our song out with our song of the day. And this is called A Summer with AI and Suno. Have yourselves a wonderful, wonderful day.
Suno, bring the vibes, we're jamming loud. Songs for students, smart and proud. Personal lyrics so they engage. Your summer with AI, turning the page. Grooving into lessons, man, it's all the rage. Each student crafted for every stage. Endless possibilities for the digital age. Gonna make this classroom a Suno stage. Learning and growing a summer with AI. Adventures and melodies teaching on high. There's some songs for every child. In this rhythm we thrive because the rhythm is wild. Kids will cheer when the song plays right. Suno's magic makes their understanding so bright. Personalized, learning fun and cool. AI's rocking in our summer school. AI's music bringing the rays. Suno's tunes our classrooms craze. Students laugh, learn and crave. Summer music from Suno's ways. Lesson plans rolling on waves of sound. Classroom walls can't keep us bound. Together we explore text be live. Moving through subjects day and night.